Hello, all my wanderers and friends. I'm wondering if you're wondering where I've been, but I was very engrossed in rearranging the pantry around here for the last several days. My, so much work it was. But anyways, I wanted to show you today a haul of shopping that I did at Costco. This is not exactly my usual haul of shopping, but it was things that I wanted to fill in that maybe I was missing or didn't have enough of, that type of thing. So let's get started. And I hope before we do that, I hope everybody's feeling well. I'm doing great. Hope you're all taking care and we'll enjoy the video. Okay, let's get started. I'm gonna go with the cold items, frozen items first, so I can get those put away as soon as possible. The first thing is, I don't know how many of you like dark sweet cherries, but I love them. These are organic dark sweet cherries. It's 4 pounds of them. They come frozen, they're already pitted, and they are really good. They're organic and non-GMO verified. They're really great. If you like cherries, that is. And then I actually picked up some more carrots because actually, as you'll recall from one of my other videos, my ABC juice requires carrots. So I had to have carrots in the house, and here they are. This is a combination of four pounds of carrots altogether. Again, organic, non-GMO verified. Then I picked up something that I have been looking for months. I used to get this all the time. I honestly think it might have been from Whole Foods maybe or something like that, and it was getting harder and harder to get them. They were always out of stock, and lo and behold, didn't I see these when I was at Costco today. And for all you keto people, these are keto friendly. What they are is cauliflower sandwich thins. Now don't let that turn you away, even if you don't like cauliflower. Of course, it's better if you do. But they have some aged Parmesan, some pure nutritional yeast. They're gluten-free. They really, I'm gonna see if I can get you the directions here. I can't remember how I did them before. Well, I don't see them offhand. But what I believe I used to do is you just take a couple out, put them on the rack of your oven and just barely crisp them or brown them. And then you can use them as a sandwich. I've used them for sandwich, for hamburger rolls. They're really, really good. Cuts down on your bread and your gluten, for those of you that are gluten-free. That was a good find today. Another good find was the Harmless Harvest Organic Coconut Water. Now, in my opinion, that brand is probably the best. It has no sugar added. And the way you can tell a really good, besides taste, of course, and ingredients, coconut water is the color. This, when you open this bottle, is like a pink kind of color. If it gets old or getting past the due date, it'll get kind of a little greenish in color. But that was a big find for me. I've been trying to get some in the house because I never seem to be able to get enough. And then, this is something else I haven't had for quite a while. It's the organic Medjool dates. And again, there's no sugar added. There's no pesticides, no additives. It's all organic. I used to take, I don't know, people had told me this worked. I guess I'm gonna say I agree. If you take 2 or 3 of those before bedtime, it seems to help you with sleep. you could give it a try, and you never know. Then I purchased bacon. It's the Kirkland brand. Comes in a 4-pound package. Now for those of you that say, what am I going to do with 4 pounds of bacon? Here is what I do. It's a little trick I learned from someone so that I don't eat so much, and if you open up a pound, you're like, oh my goodness, because it's only me, what am I going to do with that huge pound of bacon? When I open these up, or open this package up, I'm going to take each pound package, I'm going to take a very sharp knife and cut it right down the middle in half, and then wrap the halves separately and freeze them. That way when you take it out, you've got a shorter piece of bacon. Makes it easier in a smaller fry pan or griddle, and you don't use as much. So that was a good find for the freezer. I have to tell you, I looked at meat and meat prices. It's just enough to blow my mind. There was probably not, I've thought of maybe some hamburg here and there, or ground beef, whatever you prefer to call it. Most every package that I looked at was $15, $16 on up. I mean, to go over and buy a big package of pork chops or steaks or anything, we were talking about $30, $25 to $40, I'll say. Just astronomical in prices. It's not getting any better, people. So if you have a little extra money set aside and you see a sale, seriously, my idea would be to buy some of whatever that is. What I did buy, I noticed that the pork seemed to be one of the cheaper items in the store for meat. I bought 2 pork tenderloins. They, for the 2 of them, were $18.15. I don't know if you can see that or not, but yes. And again, those pork tenderloins, I will take and I'll maybe cut them in 3. Obviously, if you have a large family, that's not going to cut it for you. Let's see, what else? Okay, this is another thing that I always get at Costco. It's Dave's Killer Bread. I would consider it myself one of the top 4 brands of bread to get that isn't full of all kinds of fillers and everything else. I got this today because it was the thin slice, which I find is a little bit difficult to find in the stores. You can get the regular bread, but this was the thin slice, and I like that. There's 2 loaves of bread in here. Now, if you go into the average grocery store to buy Dave's Killer Bread, a loaf, there's anywhere from $4.50 to $5 for a loaf. Yeah, that's kind of a little bit high, I know, for a loaf of bread, but it's all about what you're putting in your body, and this is so much better. 2 loaves here were $8. That's $4 a loaf, so you're saving quite a little bit of money from that standpoint. Let's see, put this out of the way here. I kind of splurged on myself, not that I don't have potatoes in the house, but every now and then I just don't feel like making potato salad. So I got a 48-ounce, 3-pound package of the loaded baked potato salad. And then, instead of eating the canned fruit, I actually bought, let me see if I can move this, a package of peaches, which I will definitely cut up. I love those for a snack. And I also got some bananas. I always get my bananas there. One thing I will say about Costco, I don't honestly think you can beat their produce. It may be a penny or 2 higher, but it stays fresher longer. I got some strawberries, organic strawberries. This was like 2 pounds, I guess it was. And then Ritz crackers. I always have Ritz crackers around. Sometimes they're good for a little snack or peanut butter on them or something like that. And then I happen to have the Keurig coffee maker. Mine, I can do either the K-Cups or regular coffee in it. I have a separate filter to do in it. But I picked up the Pete's because it was a good deal price-wise. I consider anytime you can buy the K-Cups for under 50 cents per K-Cup, that's a pretty good deal. I actually, well, you know me and my sweet tooth. I actually couldn't resist their muffins. You get, let me see if I can get these out of here. Seriously, look at the size of these muffins. You get to choose, mix and match, 2 6-packs. I'm trying to remember, I want to say maybe it was $8, $4 per package. Excuse me, I gotta walk in front of the camera here to show you one of the last items. Don't know if any of you have ever tried this, but again, this is just a little splurge. This is Tempura Shrimp. I keep it in the freezer all the time, just for, honestly, for a little snack sometimes. It comes in, it's very well packaged. It comes in a little container. This white would be the container. And I think there's like maybe six shrimp in there. Comes with its own dipping sauce. You just pop it in the oven for, I think it's around 10 minutes, maybe a little bit more than that. And use your dipping sauce and put whatever else you want with it, a vegetable, or again, that's if you're a shrimp lover. Obviously, some people are allergic to shrimp, so that wouldn't be of interest, but I have a hard time sometimes finding those. So when I saw them, I said, I'm going to pick those up. Okay, so that was my haul. This time, I don't go weekly there, but I do want to give you a little bit of extra news that I had just heard. Maybe you've already heard it. Because of the drought in California right now in some areas, some farmers are being restricted with how much water they can use. So they're either not planting crops, or they're choosing to plant crops that take the least water. So there's definitely going to be a shortage coming from that as well. And I guess my thoughts anyways are, if you have a little extra money put aside, maybe it would be a good idea to pick up some things that you can put in the freezer or that are shelf stable, because at the rate these prices are going, we don't know what it's going to be like in the future. Not to be all doom and gloom. I think if we buy wisely, cook our own meals, make them a little more simplified, possibly cost in mind, maybe a little less costly than what you're normally used to, that we're all going to be okay when it comes to that. I hope. That's all we can do for right now, is try to offset that. Okay, that's it for today's video. And if you enjoyed it, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up, and you will also subscribe. Please remember to do something good for others as well as for yourself. And I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye-bye now.